It's Nolan.
Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show.
Please take it as a warning. I've been sitting dormant. Took a break from booking my performance. Young Nolan was on it once upon a time. Open my destinations. Used to check the rhyme. Q-tip in the ear. Let me say this clear so you fuck niggas hit me. You niggas suck. You ain't near me. I'm making bucks so I conduct the inquiries. My flow the truth. I can't trust in your theories. These rappers lying now. 6 million ways to demise. We got them dying out. Crying out. What is it your life about? Sincerely, I've been dedicated. Building reputations. Rising expectations. Look at me. Fighting my temptations. I've been serenaded plentifully. My imagery lyrically made with symmetry. I've been hard, killing niggas out the family tree. I feel like Benoit. Used to educate them at them seminars. Now it's all about me. Shining when I'm grinding. I take my talents to South Beach. They voluntary mouthpiece. I turn it down when I turn around to be flirting for surface, buffing my crown. Bitch, I'm good on my own. I got a wife and a son in my home, so get used to rejection. If any niggas say my name, hope you use protection. I cross niggas for the fun of it. Who's the pedestrian? Burn your canals just to get to the root of my questions. Oh no, LeBron body, I'm all-star. Hard body like porn star body and all y'all. Airplane on my phone calls, fuck all the small talk. Press a button, your life rerouted like it's the R-Star. If you been yearning for the real, y'all should have been said it. These cowards would have been dead. Let my win set it.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there this Sunday evening. In this video, hopefully this will be the last time that I really have to discuss this guy, Adin Ross. Y'all know I was tired of that shit a week ago. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the fact that he needed to be held accountable for the disrespectful shit that he said in Doechii's direction, I think it was a very good situation where people came together to defend her. I think that was honorable. I think that was exactly what was needed. We need to see that collective attitude in more situations, right? We need to try to impose more of that in other situations, especially in regards to our culture, our people, and just making sure that we're standing behind those that deserve it. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately letting the people know that don't deserve our support, that they won't be getting it, and here's why, and fuck you on the way out, right? So I think that this situation definitely was a catalyst for positive change, for positive activity, positive conversation and discourse, even if it did get a little messy at times. But he's claiming that he's done talking about Doechii, allegedly, right? And I say allegedly because we'll see. Next time she pops out, next time she decides to drop a single, she drops an album, what's it going to be? You're going to come back out on the industry plant bullshit? You're going to try to have a tamer take? You don't like her, so I don't think this is going to be the last time that he speaks on her overall. But we shall see, right? But at this current moment, he's claiming that he's done discussing her. And the interesting thing about when he came out and said it is that he basically said that too many people are getting clout off his name. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm done with this. And watch what happens after I'm done discussing her. All of these people are going to go away. All these people on social media, they'll never pop up again. You'll never hear from them again. Basically saying all these folks are getting this excess of attention off of me. So once I remove myself from the situation, let's see if y'all still have a voice. Well, hate to break it to you, but the very people that have been talking about you have had a voice prior. And those that developed a voice in this situation, if they continue to do good work, they're going to continue to have a voice as well, right? You're the one on the decline. You're the one that's reaching for moments. You're the one searching for virality. You're the one that's signed to a company that's keeping your ass on the hooker stroll, okay? So don't try to act like niggas is just capitalizing off of you because it's a moment to capitalize because it's a trend. Use a fuck nigga. And it was brought to the forefront. It been brought to the forefront. People knew this for years. But niggas wasn't going to let you just call no black woman a black nasty, stanky bitch. And that shit was going to fly. Right? And then interestingly enough, as he wrapped that piece up, he then decided to blame shift onto Anthony Fantano, right? So as he's moseying his way out of the Doechii subject, he then shifts his attention to Anthony Fantano and says, fuck you. Why do you use the hard R? Okay. Now it's well known. I've said it numerous times on my channel. Anthony Fantano is not my favorite person in the world. So I have no dog in this particular fight. But he's responding to Anthony Fantano because he put out a piece on his YouTube and on his website that says Adin Ross is pathetic, right? So he kind of went in on him. I'm going to actually pull up that video in this one so y'all can see exactly what he had to say. Again, he's not my favorite person. I don't really have too much for him. But if you're on the side of right, I'll commend you on that. And I'll allow you to say your piece in this situation. So we'll get to that. But first, let me play this clip of him talking about being done with Doechii. All right, so it says here, Adin Ross has declared he's officially done discussing Doechii and the whole beef. What you mean beef? She ain't beefing with you, nigga. You had the beef. And he's looking forward to watching all the people who were dragging him and talking smack during the drama see their social media engagement and numbers start tanking. That's what he projects. Okay?
We're talking about, move on. The last thing I'll say is just people watch their engagement just drop. You guys will never hear about them ever again. A lot of these Twitter people, you'll never see them or hear about them ever again, I promise. I swear to God, watch. I'm done. Moving on. But I do have to say, Anthony Fantano, suck my dick. Suck my dick. Fuck you. Fuck you. You have nothing to say. Except for, why do you call black people hard R's? Why do you do that, Anthony Fantano? Why do you do that? What's wrong with you? And you're like 40 years old. Dude, you're like, I don't get it. Whatever. Moving on. We're talking about, move on.
All right. So he said he's going to move on. And once he's done with it, watch all these people disappear. You'll never hear from him again. I'm sure he's got something planned in the background to try to get people's accounts knocked off of Twitter. You know what I'm saying? People that say shit like that, that's probably what they think they're going to do. Probably not going to be too successful with it, but somebody's probably hyped them up to say we could start knocking some of these accounts down. Just my sniffing out the situation. You know what I mean? But I find it to be very hypocritical that you're going to come on here and try to jump on another white man who had his own controversy. Say, why do you use the hard R when it was about 2 weeks ago? It was the very same person, Adin Ross, who came out here and was going up to bat for FaZe Banks. Y'all remember we talked about that whole FaZe clan thing, and he was the one who was telling Banks, another white man, that it was okay for him to use the word nigga, right? Because this white man called Black Boy Max and a couple other black guys niggas, right? And the windfall of that is a lot of different black streamers and people of note in that community decided that they were no longer going to be a part of FaZe Clan. I did not understand why they wanted to be a part of a clan anyway, helmed by a white man, but our youth are lost. You know what I'm saying? 25 and under, I don't know what the fuck they got going on. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, they decided to finally leave. They said, we can't support this, da-da-da-da-da. And as others were leaving and saying, we're not going to be a part of this, Adin Ross came out and said, bro, you don't need to apologize. It's all good. So how could you ever in this lifetime or in the next come out and try to condemn another white man when you out here trying to act like you have the authority to give a pass to another white man to use the N-word? Ain't none of y'all supposed to be using it. And didn't you say that you admit it? Didn't you admit that you say it when you listen to rap music too? And you thought that was cool because, you know, Drake don't give a fuck? You don't get a pass because Drake don't give a fuck. Drake don't get a pass. You know what I'm saying? Niggas already discussed that. They don't want to hear him say nigga no more. So all y'all got the game fucked up. But anyway, let's get to Anthony Fantano's video where he says that Adin Ross is pathetic. So here we are on his website where he gets into this.
Why is a streamer beefing with a rapper? That's the question. Hi, everyone. Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. And it seems like 2026 is not starting out with a bang, but a gigantic wet fart, because the biggest controversy in the music industry currently is the raging hate boner that streamer, online gambler, and guy who peaked in high school, Adin Ross, has for Doechii.
Facts.
Now, whether you know it or not, 2026 is actually going to be a make or break year for the rapper, singer, songwriter, who is coming off of a lot of building momentum behind her breakout mixtape, Alligator Bites Never Heal, which snowballed into a really impressive run of viral songs, music videos, live performances, as well as award wins. And as good as many of those moments have been, personally, I'm kind of hoping this is just the beginning. I've been hearing potential in Doechii's work for years now, really since her Black Bitch EP from 2022, and now I feel like she's finally getting the buzz that she deserves. But her sudden growth in visibility over the past few years has also brought a lot of undue and intense hate and claims about her success that don't even fully make sense, and are also easily debunked with a quick Google search, like her being an industry plant. Because for years, Doechii was actually releasing music and even vlogging in relative obscurity. And while true, she is signed to one of the best rap labels out there today, Top Dog Entertainment, and has a viable music industry connections, if TDE actually had the power to just turn Doechii into an overnight success, why didn't they do that back in 2022? Exactly. And also, why aren't they doing that for every other artist on the label sitting around or below 1 million monthly listeners on Spotify? Could it be?
Great point. I got to give it to you. When you write, you write. If they could just, at the snap of a finger, make somebody into an international superstar, Grammy Award winner, then what happened with Sir? Sir is immensely talented. What happened to Isaiah Rashad? Immensely talented, right? Like, Ab-Soul, he been out here screaming he want his props for the last year. You think they just don't give a fuck about Solo? Like, and that's not a knock to any of them. Like I said, immensely talented, make good music, the whole shebang. But Doechii is just a different type of star. She has the it factor. She has the look, the sound. She has the magnetism. She has the smile. She, like, the whole shit to go with the music, the singing, the rapping, the dancing, the stage presence. But again, if TDE could just make it happen for anybody, what happened with Zakari, right? Their version of The Weeknd. What happened? You know what I'm saying? It was a few different people that have come through those doors and they didn't have that type of impact. So great point from Fantano there.
That Top Dog doesn't just have the magical power to make any artist famous that they want, and maybe Doechii started blowing up because she was making music that actually resonated with people, mixed with some good marketing. Right time, right place, maybe too. But these very simple and obvious explanations just don't seem to convince the very loud group of people who don't really believe the hype. And their number in size seems to have kind of quadrupled, especially since this old remix that Doechii did of Gautier's Somebody That I Used to Know got an official commercial release. You guys may know the song as Anxiety. It's a song I like, but one that has understandably rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, either due to the subject matter of the song or the attachment that people have to the original that keeps them from being able to see it in any other context. Personally, I'm convinced that if Doechii did the same exact vocal line and the same exact bars over a totally different beat, most people probably wouldn't mind it. However, the Gautier song being so prominent within Doechii's track was probably part of the reason the labels were willing to push this song. So I guess you got to take the bad with the good. What I mean by bad is this level of popularity that has drawn the eyes and ears of all of these streamer dumbasses, ones like Adin Ross who sniff trafficker chairs for clout. And while there are numerous online commentators from what I've seen that have said some pretty out-of-pocket stuff about Doechii, Adin is the first to my knowledge to really have a big public meltdown over her. Weirdly enough, it was over this silly-ass clip of Doechii yelling for umbrellas.
Oh no, oh no. All right, make a path, everyone.
Clear a path. Move. Clear a path here. Clear a path.
Do not let that woman go. I will not.
Apparently, this took part at the Met Gala last year. And apparently, this was all for Doechii to hide herself so that she could make her way to the Met Gala red carpet for the final reveal of her look and her outfit. Now, look, personally, this is not really an event I pay super close attention to every year. And there are a lot of things worth critiquing around the Met Gala itself and celebrity culture. But this is such a stupidly misunderstood moment. It's hard to believe that it went as viral as it did in terms of it being like a bad look and a PR nightmare for Doechii. Not to get nerdy about it, but think about all of the PR people and stylists and designers that put in hours of work in order to make sure a look at something like the Met Gala goes off without a hitch. If Doechii stepped out of the elevator and said, "I don't give a f***, take as many pictures of me as you want," that would be more disrespect to her team and everybody who worked to make her look the way that she did than demanding that somebody cover her and that somebody get an umbrella to prevent it from being spoiled. That would actually be shitting on everybody's efforts in that situation. And if you didn't notice, there are other people on her team too, at least several who are yelling as well. Like, I've worked at a restaurant for years, and when, you know, you're there rush hour, dinner time, I've heard people yell for help over less. Get me this, get me that, get me this other thing. Like, really? We're going to flip out over that? I mean, even Adin Ross's reaction led to him calling her entitled and an industry plant.
Don't get me started on that. Don't get me started on that industry plant. Doechii, the umbrella clip pissed me off. What an entitled, unintelligent piece of shit she is, bro. She stole someone like that I used to know. She makes no...
While he sits there with a head that looked like a motherfucking umbrella and that you need one. Let me stop, because I roasted your ass the last time I saw this clip, and I really don't want to rekindle what I had to say, but I still hate your fucking drapes. Weak-ass drapes.
Good music, she's horrible. She has zero talent.
He got so heated over this. Later, Adin admitted to having allegedly lost a bag and I guess some advertising or brand deals due to the Doechii hate he was drumming up. Now, as much as Adin did make a lot of hay out of the situation, truth be told, he's just one voice in a growing chorus of Doechii haters whose fans pull up in their respective chats and clap like seals whenever they throw hate her way. And if you're the kind of person like me who is, you know, kind of constantly checking in on whatever music discourse is on the internet day to day, you do see a lot of like random and outsized Doechii hate. Now, finally, at the start of 2026 now, Doechii has seen fit to put out a new song that is not only kind of getting fans ready for that eventual album release this year, the project that is really going to define how Doechii's career is going to move forward from here for the next 5 to 10 years. But more importantly, this track is titled Girl Get Up, features a very solid chorus from SZA, and the bars in its 3 verses address a lot of the negativity that's been getting thrown her way. Honestly, the way I see the song, it's a very accurate and completely non-specific way of taking head on all the stuff that people have been saying about her. And again, this has been very broad, has been said by a lot of different people. It's sad to say, but these comments are not unique to one single person. And there are a lot of dudes out here in hip hop, in music broadly, with very falsely inflated careers and botted streams who should be getting this kind of criticism instead, but it's Doechii getting it? Look, case in point, the song isn't even about Adin Ross, right? But Adin saw this song and said, you know what? This is about me. If Doechii's addressing her haters, this track is about me because I am the #1 Doechii hater, Adin Ross.
She came at me very first. And you guys can say it wasn't intended to. It was.
And he even recorded this hot diarrhea straight from an ass song with child Case Haver 6ix9ine and some other loser who you can see here reacting to 6ix9ine having a child case.
Tekashi 6ix9ine sentenced to 4-year probation.
This is Coonum right here.
I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. He showed me the most love out of 97% of the people I've ever had on stream. On God, motherfucker calls me up randomly, 3 a.m., 2 a.m. What you doing? Let's gamble.
6ix9ine and Don. That's some real niggas, bro.
Yeah. Real cool dude there. Anyway, yeah, the song exists, and it's about as cringe as you can imagine. I will leave it to Austin to decide how much of it you will get tortured with right here.
You know I'm a Jew.
And Adin has just been going crazy.
Yeah, bruh. Him including that motherfucking weak ass song in there, I did my best to avoid that shit up to this point. Oh boy.
That dumb fat. Sorry, it's not fat. Dude, that's
Fat? Nigga had to correct himself with the fat shit, cause fat where? Fat where, motherfucker? Huh? Come on, man. You just spewing hate out your fucking asshole.
stupid, smelly. Look at our monthly listeners right now.
Stupid, smelly whore. When have you ever had the pleasure of being near Doechii to know what she smelled like? I would hate to see what that motherfucking room with them drapes smell like, with that motherfucking BDSM chest you got in the background. What that shit smell like? What that hair smell like? Cause your haircut is shit. What that shit smell like? Axe spray? Fuck, ning.
That went from 60 million to 20 million.
She blew up.
For what? For
Making
what?
music.
Cradling.
I don't get it. Did this woman steal more money from you than Playboy Cardi did? Did she run over your dog? Did she piss in your Baja Blast? Like, I'm not here to be a hypocrite and police anybody's speech per se, because Lord knows I don't have the cleanest mouth in the world. And sometimes, sure, I can get kind of mean, but what is this man's obsession with this woman? Why is he so angry at her? Why is he so pissed directly at her? It's almost as if there's some kind of bias there.
This dirty, that's kind of like he's referring to a rape.
Real talk. I think homeboy is extremely attracted to Doechii, and he hates the fact that he is. He's a racist white boy. He's like the slave masters, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? They hated us so bad. They loved our women so much internally that they expressed hate their way. You know what I'm saying? They knew that they wasn't supposed to be with our women, but then they decided to take our women, if you know what I mean, because they couldn't resist themselves, the nature of these beasts. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what we have here is he doesn't want to be attracted to her, but he has a secret obsession with her. Loves to see her walk by, loves to see every time she pops up on his fucking thread. But when he got his boys around, man, fuck her. Stupid, man. She's so ugly. Ugh. Niggas don't be doing nothing. Nigga be playing 2K. Nigga to get dunked on. You're like, man, you see what the fuck Doechii did? Nigga, why you talking about Doechii, nigga? Don't you not like her? That's what I think is going on here. That's why he's been on her head for the last 2 years. It's like, he just can't seem to shake the fact that he's attracted to her and would love the opportunity to have a private moment with her, which will never happen in the fucking lifetime of him or his unborn. You know what I mean? And that shit has shaken him to his core, so much so that he's got diarrhea of the mouth when it comes to her. That's what I believe is going on, because ain't no fucking way. You know what I'm saying?
I don't speak to only black girls as dirty. Look up when I talk about Wendy Ortiz. Same thing.
So Adin is really going scorched earth right now, and it's getting to the point where a lot of people in the music industry are kind of tired of seeing it. For example, you have LA heavy hitter, artist, and commentator Glasses Malone.
I don't give a about what you think is happening. I don't give a if you.
Oh, got it. So this could do something to me, right? But so I just have to sit here and take it because I'm the white man, right? I'm the white man.
You're not finna be sitting up there just talking shit about that black woman.
Well, just did again 30 times.
On God, bro. And I'm
On God, bro. I just did.
And if you keep doing it, I'm gonna start pressing all the around you.
Cool. Do it. I don't give a.
I'm not gonna press you because I don't know where you at and I don't know how to get to you. But
oh well, if you do come to me and you do try to get at me, I'm gonna have you arrested, sir. I'm gonna actually just have you in handcuffs. So,
and rather than take this man's words to heart and, you know, maybe chill out and stop and think, hey, maybe I've taken it far enough, Adin has instead decided to call Glasses Malone a fat simp.
You won't admit it, you're a simp. You're fat as f. She's not gonna f you, fat f. I don't know what to tell you. This falling off podcast of you. Look at these two old heads. Can you guys go take care of your kids?
What is a falling off podcast, nigga? They on the rise, not going backwards.
Please, guys, it's actually getting embarrassing. You guys have children. I know you do. You probably have multiple baby mamas. I'm not stupid.
And has also said he's called the cops. There's even a clip here of him on the phone with DJ Academics whining and crying about the whole situation.
And I've already contacted police about that. I'm not a street rapper. Why don't these guys go slide on their ops, go slide for their people, and go after their ops? Don't worry about me, the little Jewish streamer kid.
Why don't they all just go slide on their ops? Because you know what?
Which is also extremely racially charged. Slide on their ops? Come on, man.
Real gangsters move in silence. Yeah, I think Adin has bit off a little bit more than he could chew here. And nobody with 2 brain cells likes it. Even Joe Budden apparently would like to see this man get beat up.
Also, Joe Budden, you're a pussy. F you. Let's link up. You know where I'm at. I got police with me, too. I ain't gonna lie, Joe Budden, I got police with me, and I'm in your city. What's good? What do you want to do?
And you know what? If this creates a broader conversation around misogyny in the hip hop industry and whether or not it's a good idea to basically allow Adin Ross to hate on any artist he wants for whatever reason he wants, I think that's a good thing. Because if you care about music and you're actually critiquing music or a song from a constructive place, or the criticisms at least that you have centers on the music itself, I mean, I know I'm not a perfect person and I'm not like the most well-informed critic in the world and I make mistakes for sure, but I'm not out here with no provocation whatsoever calling artists dirty and smelly because that's just uncalled for and so unnecessary and doesn't make sense. It doesn't benefit anyone, fix anything, or contribute to any kind of net positive. And I hate that the words and actions of people like Adin Ross end up inflaming this discourse about whether or not white people or people outside of hip hop culture should be able to have any sort of thoughts or opinions on the music or certain songs, certain albums, whatever. Because like this dude is obviously going about it in the most toxic way possible. And it's also not even just a matter of Adin being an alien and an outsider within hip hop culture. The guy doesn't even give a fuck about music. Like, the only reason he says he likes Drake's music is because Drake pays him. Okay, jumping in for an update. Now, all of a sudden, Adin is going to be donating $100,000 to underprivileged communities in LA. How exactly he's going to implement this right now is not fully entirely clear.
That these people that want to fight so hard about certain shit, why don't you guys do anything good for where you come from? I give out $100,000 to my city. I'm going to give out $100,000 to a lot of other people's businesses and stuff. Why can't they do it too?
But the thing is, Adin's intentions behind...
Have you gone through everybody's philanthropic portfolio? Did you visit LA during Christmas, Thanksgiving, other holidays throughout the year? Did you show your face? The fuck you mean? Why y'all ain't doing nothing for y'all community? Huh? That don't make no sense. But keep your money, homeboy. That shit ain't really gonna do nothing for nobody anyway. That 100K, I already done broke that shit down. It ain't gonna do nothing for nobody, bro. Ain't gonna benefit nobody. You get them 1 or 2 shipments, they'll be right back to what they was doing. They don't really need you. They've been keeping afloat. Fuck out of here.
Doing this are purposefully opaque because he's clearly offering this donation as a means of getting all of his critics off of his back right now. But simultaneously, he's avoiding acknowledging that his own behavior and own words have put him in this situation. And is saying that, those who have been criticizing him, he encourages them to donate money in the same way that he is right now. Which, again, he's just pretending he's doing it randomly out of the goodness of his own heart almost. He wants to save face for all of his annoying, stupid, prepubescent fans who don't want to see him apologize and think he's in the right by virtue of him kind of mirroring their idiocy because they see themselves in him. So they don't want to see him take an L here. Either way, very sad, pitiful stuff. I'm going to leave it there. Over here next to my head, another video that you can check out. Y'all are the best.
All right. So that's Anthony Fantano. That's the video that caused Adin Ross to go off and say, fuck you, Anthony Fantano. Why do you use the hard R? I already asked that question. Again, y'all know how I feel about him. He's in the right on this one. But why do you think that you have the right to tell another white man that he don't got to apologize for calling a black man nigga when that black man that was called nigga didn't like that shit? You asking all the wrong questions. You need to ask yourself some shit in the mirror, boy. You need to ask why the fuck you've been allowed to occupy this much space over these years. But yeah, allegedly, Adin Ross will be moving on from Doechii. Hopefully he makes good on that promise. That would be the only thing that works in his favor. That's the best thing he could possibly do for his own sake. I don't think it's going to get Glasses Malone off his tail. So hopefully you don't think that that's what it is, because Glasses Malone specifically asked for an apology. I think the whole entire community is expecting some level of apology, not just, oh, I'm moving forward and moving on. That ain't it, nigga. That's not it. Right? But the best bet that you have in your favor is to move on and not say shit else concerning Doechii. Remove her name from your vocabulary and go about your business. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure Drake will be hitting you up soon to stream. Go gamble. Go do steak. Go play video games. Go host your boxing matches. And stay the fuck from around here. You know what I'm saying? That's the best thing you could possibly do. And don't come around here trying to, oh, well, what about him? He already done been through his shit. You know what I'm saying? The people that fuck with him, fuck with him. The people that don't. You're not going to change nothing by trying to jump on the bandwagon because you getting your motherfucking head lit up. It need to be lit up some more. Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. I will catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be good out there. Peace.
Yeah, family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'm never politicking, the drama be piling on. Father and great son acknowledged like I'm Bobby Bonds. Conversation with my lady about the paper route. 5 sit bank accounts, every day I make it count. They down talking my commentary for hating now. Well, I can take it cause I'm bodying your favorite now, please. I can do this shit in my sleep. I been writing for these niggas, y'all read it and weep. I been fighting these niggas if you speak on the street. I turn your birthday party into New Year's Eve. Don't let me take it there. We ain't playing fair. This the ATL, Southside nigga moving furniture like Wayfair. Life on hold, no insurance for your healthcare. Lifeline gone, so you wanna be a millionaire? Well, let me tell you about this world I built. The women I dodged, the niggas that I read for filth. The sympathy card